A very good morning to all of you, class 7. Welcome back to this English class. Today is the 17th of September, and in this class we will start a new poem. We will read a new poem, Trees. Okay, this is a new lesson in your English textbook, and this would be a part of your term 1 syllabus. This is a short poem, and I will do the reading and explanation of the poem today. Our learning outcome would be reading and understanding of the poem. Okay, now let us learn a little bit about the author. Like I told you, the title of our poem is Trees, and the poet, she is Sherry Burns. She was born on 17th October in 1944. She was a nurse by profession, and she wrote some poems also. She died in the year 2011 on 17th of May. So this is a short introduction of the poet. I would want all of you to please give a little more research on this poet and write down few more information about her. Let us read the poem now. Trees. Now, as the name suggests, you all know what is a tree, right? We all know what is a tree, and a tree has lots of benefit. Right from the beginning, right from the time you get leaves on a tree, you start reaping benefits of tree. It gives us fresh air, it gives us oxygen to breathe in, and it gives us shade, fruit. It gives us all kinds of benefit which we can eat, and we can use, and we can feel. And even when the tree is cut down, even when we destroy it, still trees continue to benefit us. So in this poem, the poet has very beautifully explained or given us the benefits which we get from tree. What are the things which we get from tree? Not only human beings, but all the living things. Okay, so let us read the poem. Trees are for birds. Trees are for children. Trees are to make tree house in. Trees are to swing swings on. Trees are for the wind to blow through. Trees are to hide behind in hide and seek. Trees are to have tea parties under. Trees are for kites to get caught in. Trees are to make cool shade in summer. Trees are to make no shade in winter. Trees are for apples to grow on and pears. Trees are to chop down and call timber. Trees make mothers say, "What a lovely picture to paint." Trees make fathers say, "What a lot of leaves to rake this fall." So this is a very short poem and very simple to understand. Here in the first few lines, the poet says that trees are for birds. That means birds, they build their nest. Tree is their home. This is where they take shelter. Trees are for children. Children can play. Children can climb the trees, and children have fun around the trees. They play games around the trees. They play games under the trees. They climb the trees. Trees are to make tree houses in. So trees are to make tree houses for children and for other purpose also. Farmers, they build tree houses so that they can look over their field, so that it protects them from wild animals on the ground. So trees are to make tree houses in. Trees are to swings on. That means you can put swings on trees and you can swing. Trees are for the winds to blow through. That means you get nice wind blowing through trees, and it gives us air, it gives us fresh air, it gives us that fresh breeze. And we can play hide and seek behind trees. So these are the games which we play. Then for adults also, for grown-up people also, trees are to have tea parties under. That means you can sit under the trees and you can have tea parties. You can have a leisure time. You can spend quality or a leisure time. You can sleep under the tree. So the games or the activities which children have, similarly adults also can have leisure activities under a tree. Then trees are to get kites caught in. So when the kite flies, sometimes the kites get caught in the trees. Then trees gives us shade, cool shade in summer. It protects us from that harsh heat in summer. It gives cool shade to the travelers. But trees don't give us shade is not used in winters. In winters, people sit in the sun. And then trees gives us fruits. Trees give us fruits like apples and pears. So we get the benefit of fruits. Trees are, plenty of. There are many type of trees where you get the benefit of the leaves also. We use their flowers, we use their fruit, we use the pulp, we use the timber. So trees has many benefits for the human being, and not only for the human being, even for the birds also. Birds also, they eat the flowers and the birds and the fruits on trees. Then when you chop them down, when you cut them down, they become timber. Now timber is used to build houses, used to build furniture, used to build so many other things which is required by human being to live a comfortable life. We burn it to protect ourselves, to warm ourselves in winter, and we build houses with it to protect us from animals and from harsh weathers. So even when a tree is cut down and chopped down, it becomes timber, and we use it in different ways. And then when mother sees beautiful tree, they say, what a lovely picture to paint. So trees also give us a very beautiful scenery. It creates a very beautiful scenery. If you see any place which is a vast land without trees, without plants, it will look very barren, it will look very bare. But if there's plenty of trees around, plants around, then it looks beautiful. It gives us a very beautiful, it gives us a scenic, beautiful scenery, and which painters like to paint. And then trees makes father say, what a lot of leaves to rake this fall. This means fall means autumn. We are talking about the autumn season, when all the trees, they shed their leaves, and then we have to clean away those leaves, and we have to clean away all our compound. So here the fathers sometimes they say that, oh, so much leaves to rake in, that means to clean. So what happens in winters is the trees, they shed their leaves. In autumn, the leaves will shed their leaves, and then in spring, new leaves will start coming, new leaves will start growing, flowers will bloom, and that's how the cycle goes on. And in the next season, when the spring starts, we have all together new leaves, new trees, new flowers and fruits. That is the cycle of a tree. So this is a very simple poem. I'm sure you all will understand and enjoy this poem. Now there are very few question answers. What are the games or activities which trees uses, human uses, or in which trees are participate? You can talk about, here you can write about the games like hide and seek, You can talk about games like hide and seek. Then you can talk about swings on trees. Then you can talk about tea parties under the trees. Then these are painting of picture. So all these things are the activities you will have to mention, the activities by children, activities by adults. Trees are to make no shade in winter. What does this mean? Contrast this line with the line immediately before. Contrast means you'll have to give the line which is just an opposite of it. Okay, so the opposite line of this is trees are to make cool shade in winter. Trees are to make no shade in winter. So in winters we don't sit under the shade of trees, but we sit under sun. So this is the contrasting line, and that is what it means, that in winters we don't sit under the shade of trees, but we sit in open space. Trees are for apples to grow on, or pears. Do you agree that one purpose of a tree is to have fruit on it? Or do you think this line is humorous? Of course it is not humorous. It is definitely, trees are for apples to grow. Trees give us fruits. Okay, then that's all. There is not much of a question. It says, with the help of your partner, try to rewrite some lines in the poem or add new ones of your own, as in the following examples. So here, trees are for birds to build nests in. Trees are for people to sit under. So there are many benefits of many uses of trees. So you can add few more lines here. You can add few more lines. It does not have to rhyme. Not necessarily that it has to rhyme, but if it rhymes, then very nice, very good. So you need to write few more lines with your knowledge about trees. Okay, few more lines, simple ones. So that is about the poem. I've explained the poem. It is very short poem, like I told you. Summary. Here the poem Tree gives us a beautiful description of the different advantages, uses of trees. Trees are the source of sustaining life. Okay, trees are the source of sustaining life. If you don't have trees, we all know, when you read in your social studies subjects, when you read in your science, we all know that if we don't have trees, then life would be very difficult. It would be almost impossible, right? For any life to survive on earth, trees are very important, because these trees are the source of oxygen, source of the air we breathe to live. The poet says that trees are for birds who make their nest upon them. In the first few lines, trees play an important part in the life of children. They love to play around them. They make trees houses upon them. They swing on the trees and swings, and they also love to play hide and seek behind them. So these are the various activities which children have or do around trees. Trees are loved by grown-ups also. They love to do parties and picnic under trees. Then trees look beautiful when the wind blows through them. Sometimes the kites flying, the sky gets torn and finds rest in the trees. Trees provide us shade from the scorching heat of the sun during summer, and this shade is not needed during the winter. Trees provide us various kinds of fruits like apples and pears. There are many kinds of fruits. Then we get timber from trees, from which we make different kind of furniture, and we fulfill our needs. Mothers say that we can paint beautiful pictures of trees. So it gives a scope for artists to paint. It inspires the artistic nature in human beings. And leaves of the trees are also very useful. The fallen leaves also provide income to many people. And when they clean, that means the gardeners, when they clean, they maintain the trees and our gardens, they provide income to many people. And then these are cleaned and these are cast away so that new leaves can grow on trees. So here we can say that trees plays very important role in our lives. Okay, very simple poem, very easy to understand. If you have any confusion, any doubt with any of the words here, you can please keep your questions ready. In the live class, I'm going to discuss clear any of your doubt. So children, I hope you will read this poem, and I would want all of you to please do these question answers. 1, 2, 3, there are only 3 question answers. I would request all of you to please complete these question answers during the class. And I'm going to share this PPT and this PDF in the Google Classroom so that you can refer to it for a summary, and you can keep it as a study material. One more thing I would want all of you to do is write a character sketch of the author. Okay, there's a very short introduction I have given you here. I would want all of you to find out more about the poet. You can refer to poetry.org and you can write more about the poet. Thank you, students.